All right, let's talk about one of the biggest, most frustrating parts of learning any language, vocabulary. Today, we're going to lay out a full system, what I call a pro system, to not just learn new words, but to actually use them when you need them. Okay, let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? You're watching a show, you hear a great word like ambitious, and you think, yeah, I know that word. But then, a few days later, you're trying to describe your new project to a colleague, and all you can say is, it's a big project. That gap, that's the really frustrating part, and it's exactly what we're gonna fix today. So the whole problem really comes down to this. We all have two different vocabulary boxes in our brain. The first one is our passive vocabulary, all the words we recognize when we read or hear them. For most of us, this box is huge. But then there's the second box, our active vocabulary. These are the words we can actually grab and use when we speak or write. The biggest mistake learners make is spending all their time just filling up that first box. And that's the key right there. The goal isn't just to learn more and more words to stuff into that passive box. The real pro strategy is building a super strong bridge from that big passive box over to the active one. It's all about moving words from the, oh, I recognize that category, to the, I can actually use this category. And look, this isn't just theory. This message we got from Maria in Brazil, it just hits the nail on the head. She knows all these great words like efficient and challenging from her work emails. But in a meeting, she feels stuck with good and hard. Her question, how do I get the words from my head to my mouth? Well, that's the exact question we're going to answer right now. Okay, so let's get into the system. Step 1. Pros do not memorize random word lists. No way. They become word explorers. They go out and find new words in the wild, through stuff they actually enjoy doing. This is what we call the input phase, and it's about making learning feel like an adventure, not a chore. And this right here, this is the golden rule of all vocabulary learning. You have to learn in context. See, your brain isn't really great at remembering isolated little facts, but it is an absolute master storyteller. When a new word is part of a story or a movie scene or an interesting article, it has a home in your brain. It's connected to images and feelings. So how do you actually do this? Well, first off, read stuff you enjoy, just for fun. Use the Goldilocks rule. Find books or articles that are not too hard, not too easy, but just right. A good test is the 5-finger rule. If you see more than 5 words you don't know on one page, it's probably too difficult for now. When you're watching shows, switch to English subtitles. And here's a big one. When you see a new word, try to guess the meaning first. Just jot the word down in a notebook to look up later. The key here is, don't break your flow. Just keep going. And Kenji from Japan is like the perfect example of a word explorer. He isn't sitting down to study. He's playing a video game he loves. And he's learning words like fertilizer and harvest because he sees them and uses them in this rich visual world. That connection, that's what makes the word stick. It's just brilliant. It's fun, not study. Okay, so you're out there, you're exploring, you're collecting words. Awesome. But now comes the part that really truly separates the amateurs from the pros. See, finding the word is just step 1. What you do after you find it, that's the game changer. This is where we build what I call a smart vocabulary notebook, and it's all about quality, not quantity. So a smart entry has 5 parts. First, the definition, but write it in your own simple English. Don't just copy-paste. Second, the word family, so you learn the noun, the verb, the adjective all at once. Third, just a quick note on how it sounds. Fourth, this is the secret weapon, collocations. And finally, number 5, and this is the most important part, your own personal sentence about your life. So, what on earth are collocations? Think of them like this. They're word buddies or best friends. They're just words that native speakers naturally use together. For example, we say strong coffee, not powerful coffee, right? Or we take a photo, we don't make a photo. Learning these little word partnerships is the absolute secret to sounding natural. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wow, that seems like a lot for just one word. But here's the thing. You only need to do this for 5 words a day. Just 5. If you can truly master 5 words a day this way, well, that's over 1,800 useful, high-quality, active words in a single year. I mean, that's completely transformational. Okay, you found your words, you got them in your smart notebook, but how do you stop them from just, poof, disappearing a week later? This brings us to the next phase, memorizing and, most importantly, activating your new vocabulary. The secret is this really cool science-backed technique called spaced repetition. Our brains are designed to forget stuff over time. It's called the forgetting curve. Well, spaced repetition systems, which you can find in apps like Anki or Quizlet, basically hack that curve. They show you a word right at the exact moment you're about to forget it. It's so efficient, and all it takes is maybe 5 or 10 minutes a day to get those words locked into your long-term memory. But listen, even with perfect memorization, it's not enough. All that work, the exploring, the notebook, the apps, it's for nothing without this final, and I mean non-negotiable step. You have to use the word. You've got to use it or you will lose it. This is the only way to permanently move a word from that passive box into the active one. Okay, so how do you actually do it? Start safe, write in a journal. Then try what I call the shower monologue. Literally talk to yourself in the shower. Try to explain your day using your new words. Yeah, it sounds a little silly, I know, but trust me, it builds those connections without any pressure. And then you've got to be brave. Join a speaking club or find a language partner and give yourself a tiny mission like, okay, today I'm going to use the word efficient in one conversation. It doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is just to say it. And you know, when you do this, when you finally take that last step, something really incredible happens. It's more than just learning. It's a shift from that feeling of frustration to a feeling of real confidence, of being able to say what you actually mean. This story from Fatima in Egypt, wow, it just gives me chills. Her teacher told her, Fatima, your words are in a prison. You have to let them out. What a powerful way to think about it, right? She was terrified to join a speaking club. Her heart was racing, but she did it. And that feeling when you use a new word and someone understands you, that's a victory. And that's really what this is all about. That's the whole point. Every single time you bravely use a new word, you are liberating it. You are moving it from that passive prison in your mind out into the active, free world where it can actually do its job. It's really an act of empowerment. So let's just pull it all together. The pro system, it's a 5-step loop that just keeps going. Number 1, get your input from stuff you enjoy. 2, collect words as you go. 3, understand them deeply with your smart notebook. 4, memorize them efficiently using spaced repetition. And 5, the most important one, activate them. Use them in your writing and your speaking. So there you have it. That's the system. It isn't magic, but it is incredibly smart and it really works. So the only question left is for you. Think about all those amazing, useful words that are just sitting there, locked away in your passive vocabulary. What words are you gonna set free today?